Joseph Jason Momoa is an American actor best known for playing Khal Drogo in the HBO fantasy television series Game of Thrones, Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis, Declan Harp in the Canadian series Frontier, and Aquaman in the... Joseph Jason Momoa is an American actor best known for playing Khal Drogo in the HBO fantasy television series Game of Thrones, Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis, Declan Harp in the Canadian series Frontier, and Aquaman in the...
I don't mind standing up for what I believe in. Whenever I wake up, I don't lie there like an idiot. I get up, run up a hill, get some exercise, and have some time with my thoughts. You paint something, and it's yours. It's your heart up on the wall.
Joseph Jason Momoa is an American actor best known for playing Khal Drogo in the HBO fantasy television series Game of Thrones, Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis, Declan Harp in the Canadian series Frontier, and Aquaman in the...
I'm raised to actually think, to use my brain. I'm a strong alpha male but sensitive. I have my ups and my downs like anyone. All I can do is be me. My kids are always like, why do people always want to take pictures with you? And I'm like, because I'm your dada and you're my daughter. That's why it's definitely mostly because of Game of Thrones.
I'm not going to normally get hired to play those emotional things, and am capable of it. I was raised by a single mother in Iowa. I'm just trapped in a big dumb body. I love life, and if there's something that I'm playing that I love, I'll research it. If you're too disciplined, it can mess up your mind. You need to have that treat for yourself. I don't think a lot of people are calling me to play doctors and lawyers, which is fine with me. I can put a suit on, but I don't really like to... I get up at 5 a.m. and I train hard. I've got 2 young children, so I have to get up early, but I like it. I'm one of those freaky people that actually reads books. I'm not a big fan of just doing weights. Anything more physical is infinitely better. Jason Momoa. The reason why I wanted to direct is because there are personal stories that I want to tell, but also because I love every part of movie making, from the wardrobe to the set decoration to cinematography. I think a man needs to be a man to hold a woman the way she wants to be held. Just do whatever your woman wants and you'll be fine. I've led a career of having to take work to see my family over picking and choosing, instead of, I need food on the table and I don't know how I'm going to pay the mortgage. My wife's trying to get me into yoga, and it's going to take me a while, but eventually I'm going to have to. I got called pretty boy my whole life. I'm sure all actors have trouble. The guy who always plays the funny guy, he wants to be taken seriously, and there's the action guy who wants to do serious stuff. Everyone's grass is greener. I'm not the king in my own house. I have to wash the dishes and take out the trash and say, yes, baby, I'm 6'5". But I kind of walk around hunched over, train hard, train hard, train hard. When I'm by myself, I'm really cool and nice to everyone, but then the whole paparazzi thing. If you see me with my kids, I change. I love carbs, but denial is good training for the mind. Morning is when I do all my best work. As far as getting work, no one thought I spoke English. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'd show up at a meeting and they'd be like, oh my God, you speak English. That's so cool. They didn't really know what to do with me. I'm kind of ADD in that sense, where if I start liking something, I'll just learn it to the absolute max. I want to be remembered as, I hope, an amazing husband and a great father. I'm an early riser. I work out really hard. I push myself. I get my job done. And at the end of the day, there's a Guinness waiting for me. There's a lot of things I would definitely go to bat for in Hawaii. I've been all over that stuff. If someone told me to be quiet about that because of my profession, no. That's my people. When you're just an actor, you do your role and then you're in your trailer. It's not as hands-on as when you're directing. You live and breathe it. I hope you enjoyed these Jason Momoa quotes on success. Do let us know which one was your favorite in the comments section. I think a man needs to be a man, to hold a woman the way she wants to be held. Just do whatever your woman wants and you'll be fine. How far would you go to protect your family? I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a grandson, and I'm a husband. If someone were to hurt the women in my life and the law didn't take care of it, what would I do? Pretty awful things. I lay naked in furs a lot. I think I'm naked more than I talk. Some people we know in our lives come up to a crossroads and they could go left or right and then end up in a totally different place. I'm raised to actually think, to use my brain. I'm one of those freaky people that actually reads books. A wolf is not bad for eating and tearing apart something if it's for survival. It doesn't do it to be menacing. You know, it's changed is my appreciate. For the art form of making cinema, I don't want to act as much as I want to tell stories. I want to be a part of the whole collective and pull all of the pieces together. That's what, when I'm acting, I wish I was out there being a part of it and making it. It's all on your name to do that. It's your vision. You're going to get slandered for your work. And I like that. As an actor, it's so hard I'd rather direct than act. Jason Momoa is known as a lot of things. Aquaman Khal Drogo, a director and accomplished actor, a loving father to Lola and Nakoa Wolf, and a fierce, handsome husband to Lisa Bonet. He even won Hawaii's 1999 Model of the Year award, most famous for his role as Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones. Momoa started his acting career when he starred in Baywatch Hawaii. He also played in the film Tempted, the TV series North Shore, and Stargate Atlantis. He also co-wrote and directed Road to Paloma Jason. Momoa also appears in his iconic role as Aquaman in the movie Batman v Superman, and then in his own Aquaman movie released in 2018. Jason Momoa was born in Hawaii, but he was raised by his mother in Iowa, which is why he is very much a die-hard feminist. He is also very involved in his Hawaiian heritage, which is one of the reasons as to why he was super excited to take on the role as Aquaman. At the premiere, he led the haka dance, a spiritual dance that hails from the Maori culture of New Zealand, which is composed of posturing and stomping. It is also used to welcome guests, and it is performed on special occasions. Momoa's iconic eyebrow scar came from a fight in 2008 when a man cut him with a broken beer glass. It was a really bad gash that needed 140 stitches. He loves to go surfing, mountain biking, rock climbing, and skateboarding. He also throws tomahawks and knives as a hobby. Momoa's astrological sign is a Leo, his favorite beer is Guinness, and his favorite foods are apple pie and spaghetti. Take a look below at our collection of some of the best Jason Momoa quotes about the most important things in life. Family tradition, and having lots and lots of fun. Wasn't raised by a man. I was raised by a single mother my whole life. It'd be ridiculous for me to say that I didn't believe in feminism. They're the strongest beings in the world. I'm half Hawaiian, and the haka is a very sacred thing, something your family teaches you. My father taught me. A wolf is not bad for eating or tearing apart something. If it's for survival, it doesn't do it to be menacing. I think a man needs to be a man, to hold a woman the way she wants to be held. Just do whatever your woman wants and you'll be fine. How far would you go to protect your family? I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a grandson, and I'm a husband. If someone were to hurt the women in my life. Some people we know in our lives come up to a crossroads, and they could go left or right and then end up in a totally different place. I don't really push myself upon people. I don't have that. When it meets and things fall in line, it's meant to happen. It's happened that way. I just try to do my best and do my work, and then it falls in line.